Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and in this video we will talk about a roadmap for your third year of college life. Now if you haven't watched the roadmap for first year and second year, please do so, because that is how we are going. So we are going, let's say, if you do this in first year, then this is going to help you like this in second year. So if you do this in second year, then this is going to help you like this in third year. If you do this in third year, it will help you in fourth year, so on and so forth. So what are the things that you could have done and can brush upon in first or second year that you should have done or have already done, that are going to help you in your third year? That is mentioned in those videos. And like always, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel and this video, if in case you like these videos and if they are helping you. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's talk about third year. What is the whole scenario in third year? So the overall theme of third year, what is the theme of third year? The theme is internships. So this is the place where you are applying for. This is the time where you are applying for internships. All right. Now internships has two aspects. One is your on campus, and one is your off campus. Okay, on campus is pretty straightforward. I would say maintain a good CGPA, because that is most often the eligibility criteria, even to like sit in placements and stuff. Figure out which company you want to sit for in placements, because they have these restrictions sometimes that if you get an offer but then you cannot sit for other placements, something like that. So many colleges have their own rules and regulations. So figure out rules and regulations. That is totally dependent on college to college. And your computer programming, that is common for both, but we'll mostly talk about off campus, because that has much more things to cover. These are pretty straightforward things in on campus. And yeah, let's talk more about some other things that are both common in on campus and off campus, and something that is even more some other additional points for off campus as well. So first thing I would mention is your third year, or let's say every new year starts around August or something. What I would suggest is, first of all, research. Okay, let me just this is fine. Yeah. So research. What do I mean by research? Finding opportunities. Okay, finding opportunities. Now opportunities, if you don't know about them, then how will you apply? मतलब पता ही नहीं है तो apply कैसे करोगे, है ना? So research means finding opportunities. One ways you can do that is follow like company pages and other organizations like Code for Cause. We post a lot of content related to opportunities. So follow Code for Cause, follow other companies that if you want to apply to a particular company, then make sure you follow their page online. Let's say LinkedIn, and let's say Twitter and stuff. That is one way to know about these things. Other ways can be your college groups. Okay, so this is also really a good resource for you to find opportunities. One more can be seniors. Okay, so these are a few usual ways in which you find opportunities. Most of the time it's like just college group, seniors, and most of the time LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has a job section in that, but what I would suggest is make a bookmark folder. Okay, this is something that I would suggest is make a bookmark folder in your browser and call that check daily. Okay, this should be the name of the folder. In this folder, put all the websites that you need to check daily. Okay, let's say hiring portal of a particular company or many companies. So just take 10 minutes daily and check these so that you don't miss deadlines. Don't miss deadlines. Okay, so it's just like a give and take thing. The more amount of time you will give in research, the more you will get out of it. And these are a few ways in which you can do it. Okay, the next thing is start applying. Okay, start applying. Now for internships and job opportunities, like let's talk about internships since we're talking about third year. Don't be afraid to apply. I know there is often this inferiority complex among college students, like I'm not good enough and stuff like that. Or you have some other things like what if I apply, if will I even get selected and things like that. So most of the time people also have this thing about, what if I apply, let's say, to international organizations, will I even get selected if I'm from India? So all these things you should not think about, just apply. You miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take a shot at. Apply. Okay, apply a lot. Okay, other points in this can be network with people on LinkedIn, let's say, or Twitter. LinkedIn and Twitter. Now, what do I mean by like networking? It's also going to help you, let's say, learn more about that person. If you really admire them, if you admire their work, learn more about their company, and they can also help you in giving a referral. So if you're like a good, most of the time, let's, if you're talking about referral, so if you ask a referral from someone who is not, not knowing you, they are most likely going to ask for your competitive programming profile if it's a really big company. So that brings to us another point is about practicing data structures algorithms. Okay, practicing DSA. Okay, this is something we have covered in first video and second video, so I'm not going to go deep into this, but like always, practicing DSA algo is really important. One thing I would focus on this is go for depth instead of breadth. Okay, depth. What I mean by this is, instead of doing 1,000 easy questions, do 200 medium to hard questions, so that you understand what patterns are used in these coding questions. So when you get a new question, you will be like, oh, I did a similar question like this before. If you're given, let's say, a range wise question, let's say numbers from 1 to n, you're like, okay, I know I will use cyclic sort in this. Or if you're given a sorted array, you're like, okay, I can use a binary search type algorithm in this. Or if you're using, let's say, a tree where you have to cover, let's say, level by level, so you know that it's a level order reversal, you will use a queue in that. So you will notice these patterns when you do good quality questions. Okay, so that was about DSA. Let's talk about, most of the time it's like only for applying. So applying can be a lot of tedious tasks, and I would suggest just apply a lot. 100-200 applications भर दो सारी, ठीक है, अच्छी कंपनीज में. ओके, कहीं ना कहीं से तो रिप्लाई आना चाहिए, मतलब जितना भरोगे उतना अच्छा है आपके लिए. एंड डोंट रियली थिंक अबाउट कि आई एम नॉट गुड इनफ, बिकॉज इफ यू आर इन थर्ड ईयर, you haven't really had much internships, that's fine. They expect you to just be good at DSA and not have really high things like बहुत ही ज़्यादा नेक्स्ट लेवल का सिस्टम डिज़ाइन फॉर इंटर्नशिप्स वगैरह. इतना नहीं होता है. दे नो यू आर इन थर्ड ईयर, अभी 2 साल ही हुए हैं. दे नो दैट. ओके, दे रियलाइज दैट. सो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट, अप्लाई. एंड one more thing in this particular point is for referrals. So this is something I already covered like in last 2 videos, but still, when you network with other people on LinkedIn and stuff, you can tell them about, just don't ask for a referral blindly. Showcase your work. Okay, if you have done some open source or web development work, or let's say any other development work, can be anything. So if you've done open source work in that, mention that to the person you're asking a referral to. Most of these companies have open source projects. So if you have contributed to an open source project in that company, mention that to that person. So showcase your work, showcase your, work and talent and all these things. If you're a really good competitive programmer, you can showcase your competitive programming profiles and rankings. Now the question arises, are these rankings really important? What I would say is, having good problem solving skills and data structures algorithms, strong foundation in that, able to solve good level questions, that is important. These high level rankings might not be that important. Again, it's good if you have that. Okay, but let's say you don't have it, but you are really good at problem solving, you're really good at algorithms, data structures, and in addition to that you have really amazing open source contributions, projects and stuff like that. That is really going to help you. Let's say you do amazing questions on lead code forces, so that is going to be really helpful to you. But it's not like that you have to be the top ranking coder of India to get these sort of opportunities. No, that is not really that much necessary. But data structures, algorithms, problem solving skills, those are really important. Okay, focus on that as well. Okay, so that was about starting early, not worrying about if you're not good enough, practicing DSA and asking for referrals. Another thing I would point out is other opportunities. Okay, other opportunities. So network with people on LinkedIn because on LinkedIn, like people, there are, let's say, various companies that hire via their own programs. So they can be like hackathons. Okay, I believe like the LinkedIn had a hackathon, and people who won that hackathon were offered an internship. Microsoft has some Codas program, I believe. So people who are like from that Codas program, they get some internship or something. I'm not sure, but I know a few people who got an internship directly from the Codas program. So there are other opportunities as well. There's like Women in Tech group by Google. There's like Women Tech Makers and stuff. So they also get a mentorship session with people. They get to interact with some amazing people. They get the I believe some opportunity. I'm not saying definitely you will get an internship, but obviously there are a few opportunities over there. Okay, so these are all the events. They are for empowering people. So make sure you check these events out, and someone who has already done these events, make sure you reach out to them. Okay, so this was about other opportunities. Cool. One more thing I would like to point about in other opportunities is coding contests. So many companies have their coding contests. So like Google has Google has Code Jam, Kickstart, and Hashcode. All of these are online, so you can participate in these. And Facebook also has a Hacker Cup. FB Hacker Cup. Handwriting is really bad. Okay, so that was about coding contests. You can also give coding contests, and again, in this particular case, don't worry about if you're not good enough. Just give it. And if you're not able to solve a question after the contest is over, see what you missed, because this is also going to help you in what? Interview preparation. It will also help you in interview preparation. Okay, what else? That was about it. Let's talk a bit about interview preparation. So in interview prep, like I mentioned before, also go for depth. Work on problem solving skills. Work on your problem solving skills, and do good questions. Do good questions. Give mock interviews. Okay, so this is like a mock interview for companies to companies. You can do it with your friends or other websites. That there are many websites available, and just keep practicing. Okay, practice rukni nahi chahiye bas. Keep practicing. Okay, so that was about it, and there are some other points as well. We'll make a separate video on interview preparation soon, but that was about it. It's not in interviews. It's not just about how you get. It's not just about if you get the right answer. It's also about how you reach to that answer. So ऐसा नहीं है एक question दिया और आपने फटाक से answer बोल दिया. That is not what the interviewer wants to see. They want to see how you reach to that question. Okay. Approaches and various talking about various alternatives to the solution, discussing the space and time complexity, which is really important even in the real world. If you're able to communicate your thoughts clearly, because in the end you're going to be working with a group of people, so you should be able to explain your thoughts and do that brainstorming thing and all those things. So having that, all these things are also sort of like looked into when you're in your interview. So that's really good thing, I believe, because it also gives a basic idea about if the person is good at expressing their thoughts and stuff, and how good is their problem solving skill. So make sure you follow these. We'll make a separate video on that, but let's move forward. And I believe that was about it for third year. Again, learning should never stop. Learning is consistent. So learning, and like learning I'm saying data structure algorithm, computer programming, and some development plus open source. So you can still continue with this. It's really going to help you in your building your resume and stuff. And yeah, that was about it. So one more thing I want to point out is keep your resume always updated. Okay, if you have like a new opportunity or something, update during that time only. And in resume, I would also like to mention one thing: don't just have one resume, have multiple resumes for various roles. Okay, multiple resumes for various roles. Let's say you have a separate resume for a machine learning role, you have a separate resume for a software engineering role, you have a separate resume for, let's say, something related to Kubernetes DevOps or something like that. So have a separate resumes for various fields. We have done a resume review thing. We have given a lot of tips in that. Make sure you check that out. But that was about it. One more thing I want to point out is, in case you're interested in higher studies. Okay, So if you're interested in higher studies, then third year is a really good year to look into it. Let's say you don't know much about what goes into higher studies, so the exploration stage is really good in. You can start by exploring like what are the various options for you, what is the procedure, what are the exams you want to give, all these things. So you can also start researching about it a little bit. There are many research programs you can apply to. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about is research programs. So research programs mein you can reach out to professors. Okay, reach out to professors and obviously have some work related to it in your resume. That is really going to help you. So research isn't like for everyone. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. Those who are interested in research, they already know these points. So that was about, like, say, the alternative to internships, that you can also do research programs. And that was about it. One last point I would like to mention is, if no internship, then what? So if no intern, then what? That's a good question. So in case you don't get an internship, that is okay. Don't worry about it. If no internship, then what? The answer is, watch the video of 20 plus open source programs you can apply to. Okay. So these programs run from winter to summer to fall, so you can definitely apply to these programs, and these are really good alternative to internships, because the things you're going to get in internships, you're also going to get in these programs. Let's say things like working with a team, working on a real world project, stipend. That is also, because you should not do an unpaid internship, basically what I'm saying. And these great programs also offer you stipend. And but that should not be the main motivation. The main motivation should be the community and working on a real world project, because most of these programs are open source programs, and that is the open source spirit. So make sure you check out this video we have made on 20 plus open source programs you can apply to, and you can apply to these, like, in case you don't get an internship. So that was about it. And most of the time, like, what happens is, these internships that you get, you have an opportunity to convert this into a full-time offer. Okay, opportunity to convert in full-time. So what I would suggest is, work hard. If you do get an internship at a company, work hard, and let's say your internship is starting next summer and you still have 6 months, then study so that you can be more efficient in the actual internship period. Work on the particular domain on which you are going to be working in, learn more about it and things like that. So that was about this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Please share it with your friends, and don't be afraid to apply and network with people. All the things we mentioned in this particular video. Keep learning, keep practicing. DSL, Go, computer programming, all these things are really important. Problem solving skills are really important. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If you like this, if you want to connect with me, my Twitter is in the description, so you can, my DMs are open if you want to ask me. My DMs are open if you want to ask me any question personally. Other than that, all these opportunities, like if you want to get aware about these opportunities, get notifications, reminders, and all these things, you can follow the handles of Code for Cause. Also, the link is in the description, like Telegram channel, Twitter, Instagram, and all these things. And make sure you subscribe, like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon for reminders for future videos. And we also have some amazing bootcamps we are going to be running on, like computer programming and stuff. So make sure you are engaged in the community, and keep up the good work, and good luck. I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.